Hello there, Virgo, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I am doing your November career and money reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. Grounding, go deep. Explore your roots. All right, that's nice. And infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. All right, so, it's kind of, I get the sense that you need to get grounded because you have a lot of money coming your way. Stay grounded. Don't let your head get too big. Don't get too greedy. We'll see. Let's see what we have here. Blessed. New life, message in a bottle, fork in the road. You have a major decision coming. Okay, and I really feel like this is why you have to get grounded. Because you have a big decision to make. And look at this. I don't know if these two cards have ever come out right next to each other. Rainbow blessings and infinite abundance. Virgo, it's big. It's really big. Like maybe you're going to win the lottery. I don't know. It is going to propel you into a new life. And once again, I feel like that's why you need to be grounded. Because I think this comes in so super suddenly that it totally shifts your life. And it's a blessed message. It's almost like comes in. I feel like you have to make a quick decision. We do have all that glitters underneath here. So it is about making sure that you're grounded so you can make the right decision. Yes, it's definitely about being able to make the right decision when this comes in. So let's see. This is what you're wanting to do in November. Put those burdens down. Like I feel like some of you have financial burdens right now. You may be working, look at these women. They're collecting, I think they're collecting maybe apples. Yeah, they're collecting apples. You're working really hard, but you're only able to collect some apples at a time. It's like, yeah, and then you get like some kind of offer. Hey, would you like a free apple picking machine? And you're like, free? Yeah. Okay, I'll take that. And then all of a sudden you can pick so many more apples at one time. Like something changes that helps you to put down the burdens of having to pick these apples by yourself or by hand. Really, chariots on the bottom. You're going fast. Wherever you're going fast. That's why you need to get grounded. Like, I think this is kind of a heady experience for you. You could be famous overnight, one of those types of things. Or have your 15 minutes of fame. Let's see, 6 of Wands. You're concerned. I think you may know what this situation is to some degree. And you're not sure you're going to be victorious. This is your obstacle or area of resistance. You're not sure you're going to be victorious, but, I think you are. I think you are going to be victorious. All right, and let's see what the outcome is. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the offer. There's the offer, and it's a good offer, It's something that is tangible. It's something that is going to lead to bigger things. Really nice. 9 of Wands on the bottom. You've been through a lot. You've had to, break out of something. Judgment card on the bottom. That's the fork in the road. Having to make a big choice. I feel like you're going to make a big change. It's kind of like, you get an offer. Like you could have put out a lot of resumes to some different companies and stuff like that. And then, yeah, you kind of know this is coming. You could have put, a bunch of resumes out there, and then you were kind of like, yeah, I haven't heard, haven't heard, haven't heard. And then it's like you get just the right offer, but it's even better than what you thought it was going to be. It's like for more money or more benefits or, you know, something that's just going to lead to a much better life for yourself. It's definitely a new life. Like you're leaving something behind. You could be even changing careers. Okay, so let's see this 10 of Wands. Yeah, you've been wanting this. Empress. It's almost like you're trying to start your own life, you know, a second chance at a new life for yourself. We have the High Priestess. You've been, you know, I feel like your heart has been kind of like telling you it's time to end the burdens here. It's time to end this, something that is kind of difficult. It's time to put it down, but you've been kind of like toying with the idea, not really sure, you know, like, oh, what should I do? You know, going back and forth, a lot of back and forth about making a change, whether you should or not. And then it's kind of like, yeah, I'm really ready. This is kind of like that energy of putting out those resumes, of saying, yeah, I'm going to go for something. You know, it could be even like for some of you, you know, you could be going for some type of competition, stepping into an arena of some sort. So I don't know, like say maybe, you know, you're an accountant during the day, but at night you like to play your guitar and sing, and you know, you've been playing in these little gigs, you know, and it's kind of like your side job, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I cannot have, I got to put down this burden of my day job. I just have to if I really want to be a country music star, I have to go for it. And I'm going to, it's almost like you propel yourself into this. You say to the universe, that's it. I'm quitting my job and I'm trusting in you to bring in the opportunity of a lifetime. And then maybe you get, you know, kind of like this sense of, oh, I'm going to go on one of those TV singing shows. I don't watch TV, but I know that those exist out there. You know, I'm going to go on one of those TV singing shows. And then you go and you audition and they're like, yeah, you made the cut. You're on the show. Now, not that you're going to necessarily win, although I think you could, but it's kind of like you're given the opportunity to do something bigger. Or maybe you go on some cooking contest, you know, it's like you put yourself, I think Virgo, the thing is you have to put yourself out into the universe and say, this is what I want to go do. And dropping the things that are holding you back, you know, the day job, the whatever, you know, like other responsibilities. You're kind of like, no, I'm choosing. And I'm choosing to go big. I'm choosing to go big. Because it's kind of like you feel like you have this window of opportunity and it may not work, right? It's kind of like you're saying to yourself, yeah, but that might not work. Okay, it may not work. But when you wake up in 30 years, do you want to say, oh, I always wanted to go on that singing show, but I had to work that day. It's kind of like, no, you get to make your own opportunities by putting yourself in the place where you can get those opportunities. It's kind of like, you know, if you want to meet a life partner, you can't really just sit at home watching TV every night, right? Like you have to put yourself out there, you know? You have to at least getting on some dating app or something, right? And yeah, and this is so interesting. And the funny thing is that you think you're not going to win. Like you're, okay, well, I'm going to go on that show, but I'm not going to win. You may not win, but there's also a possibility that somebody watching this show says, that person has a lot of talent. That Virgo right there, okay, they didn't win the competition. I don't care. I see potential in them. It's like putting yourself out there and somebody sees your potential. Really cool. All right, 6 of Wands. Oh my goodness. This is something you want so bad, Virgo. Ace of Wands. You're holding back. You're holding back because you want it so much. It's your 10 of Cups. It's what you're wishing for. It's what gets your juices going, you know? It's like you could be working as an accountant all day long. You're like, I don't care about any of these numbers. I don't even like numbers, you know? And then you go and you sing your songs in some honky-tonk bar at night, right? And it's kind of like you come alive. It's like whatever makes you come alive, it's like you need to go for it. It's like the universe, and Virgo, you have been through a lot. But it's kind of like the universe says, It's like, here's your window. You going to take the opportunity, or are you just going to sit there and watch? Are you going to just sit there and watch the singing shows, or are you going to go and audition to be on them? There you go. That's what it gets down to. Okay, Page of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles, the Emperor. Yeah, your line of work. You're putting down, you're ending something. What are you ending? Let's clarify this. You're ending something. There's something. What is this ending, please, Spirit? What is this ending? What is this ending? Queen of Swords. This ending, you've had an ending, a broken heart. Something very disappointing. It can be romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It could be, something with family. It could be, you may have, let's go back to the singing thing. When you were a kid, you were in the school talent show and you sang a song, and somebody told you, some other kid in your class or something said that you weren't very good. It's kind of like somebody broke your heart the very first time that you tried to sing in public, or something like that. And you haven't ever been able to get it. You haven't ever been able to get the other perspective of that. Maybe that kid also sang in the talent show and they were bad, okay? And then you were really good and they were just jealous. And they were like, oh, Virgo they were really good. Everybody liked them. But instead of going up to you and saying, oh, you were good, because they felt so bad about themselves, all they did was say something nasty about how you sang. Or maybe they didn't even say something about your singing, but they said something about the outfit that you wore. Something like that. Like they judged you. They judged you. Yeah, they judged you. And it was painful. And now it's kind of like getting a different perspective. You've allowed this situation a long, long time ago to prevent you from following your dreams or following something, your bliss. Like stepping into your bliss, allowing yourself to do this. And it's about finding the perspective. It's not even the courage. Like I think a lot of you would say, yeah, but I'm just too afraid. Then ask yourself, why are you afraid? And you're going back probably to the first grade when you were in the talent show, right? And somebody broke your heart. They said something negative to you and you took it as the truth. You took it as the truth. But now you're understanding, that person, here's my perspective card. That person, they didn't say the truth. And even if they did, even if what they did say was the truth, and I can guarantee you it probably wasn't, right? But it's kind of like that is just their perspective. Singing is a little bit, subjective, right? So it's kind of like, okay, they may not have liked the way I sing, but that's okay. I'm not singing for them. I'm singing for all the people that clapped for me and told me I was awesome that night. And it's like understanding that the perspective of one person doesn't mean that that's the perspective of everybody else. And once you get over that, it's not even getting over your fear. It's just understanding that that one person's perspective is not the perspective of everybody else. And then you're willing to put your time and energy into working on this because look at this. It puts you in your power. It helps you to it takes you to the top, right? There is nobody over the emperor. The emperor is the head honcho. Like you become amazing at this. And it's just understanding that somebody was having a bad day. But you had to hear that. You had to live a life. It's kind of like a soul lesson, right? You had to hear that when you were 6 years old. And then you made choices to keep your singing low key, as much as you can. And then, even when you're singing at night on these small gigs, right? That's low key, right? You're not putting yourself in a big arena or anything. But it's when you decide, I'm not going to watch this singing show anymore. I'm going to audition for this singing show, right? And that would be like in a judging thing, right? Like it's kind of like you're putting yourself almost back into that situation of when you were in the first grade and, little Johnny told you that you weren't very good. You're putting yourself back into a judging situation, but this time, right? It's kind of like you are rising to the call. You're rising to the call. And it's kind of like even realizing that, hey, if I don't win, that's okay. I'm just going to go for it. And you just don't know. There is something there, an opportunity. That's the way that you're just going to look at it as an opportunity to put your music out there and see what happens. Fear, your creativity oracle card. If you want to be free of fears and phobias, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them. That's the little Johnny, right? It's like understanding, okay, yeah, I'm afraid to go on that show because little Johnny. And then it's kind of like you start laughing at yourself, like, what? The sacred flow of yes. Just say yes. You're going to have this opportunity. And when this opportunity comes, just say yes. And when the next opportunity says yes. But the key here is, I do believe, is that you have to put yourself in the place where there are opportunities. That's your job. Then the universe. You just have to put yourself in the place where opportunities could happen. And then the universe will provide the opportunities that take you to this incredible energy. Oh, Virgo, I'm so excited for you. Oh my goodness. Goosebumps. All right. Well, I am going to leave it there. I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And if you've resonated with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.